April is STD Awareness Month, and the City of St. Louis Department of Health seeks to provide the community with helpful resources to prevent the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. Here to share more is Public Health Program Specialist Darne Guest and Program Manager for the HIV Prevention Program, Natalie Torres. Welcome, Darne and Natalie. So glad you both could be here. It's always important for us to hear from our city's health department. You guys have a lot of people working on amazing programs for our community, and it's just it's amazing to me how many different programs you all have. So we're going to talk about STD awareness. This is STD Awareness Month, the month of April, and STDs, as much as we don't want to keep talking about them, we still have to. Is that right?
Yeah. So, like you mentioned, April is the STD Awareness Month, and we're taking this opportunity to continue raising awareness to the community about the importance of getting tested. They get to know what are the signs and symptoms, and also to understand what preventive measures you can take. A lot of times people doesn't know how to recognize signs and symptoms, and this is the time for us to bring a little bit more of information to the community as well.
And education
to the community, so they are aware that sometimes, you know, we don't take that much care of that part of like what is sexual health, but at the end of the day we need to keep getting tested, like, and normalize the testing, like if we go to the doctor to get a physical, part of that routine, it should be getting tested for STDs, definitely.
So how often, and Darne, maybe this is a question you could answer, how often should people be tested for STDs?
Routinely, you know, for certain STDs, we say anywhere between 3 to 6 months. But for most people, if they're going to their doctor routinely, just ask for a sexual health wellness check, and they can also get those done at their primary care physician if they don't visit us at the health department to get tested.
So every 3 to 6 months is the recommended time frame?
Yes, unless, you know, you have had interaction where you may feel that you may benefit from a test. You may have had exposure or come in contact with someone that had an STI, so you might want to come to the clinic, and we're open 4 days a week to get tested at the health department.
So it's okay to go more often?
Yes, as frequently as you can. You know, ideally you don't want to always get tested for HIV or other STIs, but we are there Monday through Thursday, you know, offering those tests for free.
Okay, very good. So, and what's new is that you actually have a dedicated space, is that right?
Yeah.
For testing?
That is correct.
Okay, so Natalie, the health department has always tested. It's always been a testing place on Market Street in your building.
And this is of information that not everybody in the community knew about it, because we were providing the actual testing inside the actual building in the area where the program was. And, you know, it can be confused with like regular offices, and that it might be wasn't that accessible to the community. With this being said, we have been working really hard, especially Darne, to get set up this new testing site that we're gonna just dedicate it to have it open and accessible for the community. And with this, we have been reaching community-based organizations, different groups, different agency, companies, FQAC, to let them know as well, their clients, that we are providing those services for free, confidential, and it's a secure space. It's a safe space for them to, you know, answer questions if they have some questions.
Right. I think that's probably a concern of people, is walking in the door, maybe running into someone they know, the stigma involved. So how do you address that?
So I know that sometimes people just talking about STD, it can be a topic because they might feel some kind of a shame. But the most important thing about this is, as soon as the person sees something that is not normal for them, because each individual knows their own body.
Right.
So you're the only one who recognizes what is kind of wrong or off.
Yeah.
When this happens, the best thing to do, and that will be the next step, is look for a service provider.
Right.
Now, sometimes, to get to doctor's appointments, it can take some time, or getting some treatment, referral, people might not navigate the system.
Right.
So that's why we are providing these services.
And that's one way to really combat stigma is also just making it routine and just making it, a friendly, safe space that you can come and get tested confidentially, with no stress, no barriers. So that's why we create this space, the health spot, at 1520 Market.
Okay, we're going to come back in just a couple minutes and talk more about this. So stay with us here at STL Live. We'll learn more about the City of St. Louis Department of Health and their STD awareness programs after this break.